Stand up.
Hi, today is Saturday?
Friday.
Friday, August 28th, and we're going to be reading
Ecclesiastes.
9 through 12.
Okay.
9, 10, and 11.
Alright.
Good morning.
What's that?
Good morning.
Morning again. Alright,
Good
so
morning.
let's try this. Alright, so chapter 9. A common fate, for I considered all this in my heart, so that I could declare it all, that the deeds of the righteous and the wise are in the hand of God. No man knows whether love or hate awaits them. Both are before him. The same fate comes to all. There is one fate for the righteous and the wicked, for the good and the evil, and for the clean and the unclean, for him who sacrifices and him who does not sacrifice. As is the good, so is the sinner. He who takes an oath, as he who fears an oath. And this is an evil in all that he has done under the sun, and that same event happens to all. Truly the hearts of the sons of men are filled with evil, and folly is in their hearts while they have life. And after that they go to the dead. But for him who is joined to all the living there is hope, for a living dog is better than a dead lion. The living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. What they loved, hated, and envied has already perished, and there is no reward for them from long ago. And everything that is done under the sun, go and eat your food with gladness, and drink your wine with a pleasant heart. For God is already pleased with your deeds, and at times may your clothing be white, and let not oil ever lack on your head. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love all the days of your vain life, which he has given you under the sun, because that is your reward in life and in your toil, because you have labored under the sun. Whatever your hands find to do, do with your strength, for there is no work or planning or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol, the place where you are going. Again, I saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor food to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge. But time and chance happen to them all. For man does not know his time. Like fish caught in an unfortunate net, like birds caught in a snare, to the sons of men are ensnared at a tragic yet appointed time, when it suddenly falls on them. The excellence of wisdom. I have also seen the wisdom under the sun, and it seemed great to me. There was a small city with a few men in it, and a great king came up and surrounded it, and he built up great siege works against it. But a poor wise man was found there, and he himself in his wisdom delivered the city, but no one remembered that poor man. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength, yet the poor man's wisdom is despised, and the words are not heard. The words of the wise heard in quietness are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but only one sinner can destroy much that is good. Chapter 10. A dead fly causes a stench and mixed anointing oil, so a little folly is more weighty than wisdom and honor. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, but the heart of a fool to the left. Even when a fool walks on the road, he lacks sense, and he shows everyone that he is a fool. If the anger of a ruler rises against you, do not leave your post, for calmness pacifies great offenses. There is an evil that I have seen under the sun, like an error that goes out from a ruler. Folly is set in many high places, but the rich sit high in a low place. I have seen slaves riding on horses, and officials walking along the ground like slaves. He who digs a pit will fall into it, and whoever breaks through a wall will be bitten by a serpent. He who quarries stones is injured by them, and he who splits wood is in danger from them. If an iron piece is blunt, and there is no one to sharpen it, then he must prevail with more strength, but wisdom is a benefit to succeed. If a serpent bites before it is charmed, there is no advantage to the charmer. The words of a wise man's mouth bring favor, but the speech of a fool consumes him. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is evil, madness. A fool multiplies words, though no one knows what is to be, and who can tell him what will be after him? The labor of the foolish makes him weary, such that he does not know the way to the city. Woe to you, O land, when your king is a lad, and your princes are feasting in the morning. Happy are you, O land, when your king is from nobility, and your princes are feasting at the appropriate time, with self-control and not drunkenness. The roof beams sink in with slothfulness, and the idleness of one's hands the house drips. They make feasts for laughter, and wine gladdens life, but money resolves everything. Even in your mind do not curse the king, in your bedchamber do not curse the rich. For a bird in the sky may carry your voice, and a winged creature may declare the matter. Chapter 11. The value of diligence. Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 or even 8, for you do not know what calamity may happen on the earth. If the clouds are full of rain, they empty out on the land, and if a tree falls to the north or to the south, in the place that the tree falls there will be. He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. As you do not know the way of the wind, or how the bones grow in the womb of her who is with child. Likewise, you do not know the work of God who has made everything. In the morning sow your seed, and in the evening do not let your hand rest, because you do not know which activity will find success, this way or that way, or if both will be good. Remember your Creator in your youth. Light is sweet and good for the eyes to see the sun. For if a man lives many years, he will rejoice in all of them, but let him also remember that days of darkness are many, everything that comes is vanity. Rejoice, O young man, in your youth, and in your early years may your heart do you good. Walk in the path of your heart and the desires of your eyes, but know that in all these things God will bring you into judgment. Take away anger from your heart, and remove distress from your body, for youth and the dawn are vanity. Chapter 12. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the difficult days come, and the years arrive when you say, I have no pleasure in them, before the sunlight, moon, and stars are darkened, and the clouds leave after the rain. In the day when those watching the house tremble, and the strong men are bent over, when the grinders cease because they are few, and those looking through the windows have dimmed eyes, and the doors on the street are shut, and the sound of grinding is low, and one rises up at the sound of a bird, and all the daughters of song are brought low, when they are afraid of heights, even the terrors along the road. The almond tree blossoms, the grasshopper drags itself along, the desire fails, because man goes to his eternal home, and the mourners go to the streets. Remember your Creator before the cord of silver is snapped, or the bowl of gold smashed, or the jar by a spring broken, or the wheel at the cistern crushed. The dust returns to the earth where it was, and the Spirit gives to God who gave it. It is all vanity, says the preacher. All is vanity. Epilogue. And in addition to being wise, the preacher still taught the people knowledge, and he sought out and arranged many proverbs. And the preacher sought to discover words of delight, and to write in uprightness words of truth. The words of the wise are like goads, and the collected sayings are like firmly embedded nails given by one shepherd. My son, beware of anything beyond these. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is weariness to the flesh. Now all has been heard. Let us hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. And that is the end of Ecclesiastes.